Hey, what is up guys, I'm Rahul, and today for you I've got another episode of Turning on the Aggression, this series where I try and improve my aggressive gameplay in Battlefield to become an all-round better player. Anyway, in this episode we're going back to the snipers, but specifically in this episode we're going to be looking at the M98B. Now this class was recommended to me by one of my subscribers, and I think it's a really good class to play with when you're trying to play aggressive. So the M98B is actually a really nice sniper. You get around like 95 damage to the chest, I think, at most ranges, and then a headshot is one shot kill, but that's with like all the bolt action snipers. So this weapon is actually really good because if your enemy had a little bit of has been hit a little bit before by one of your teammates, or he's jumped from a high object and he's lost a bit of health, that means that your 95% of damage to the chest will take him out in one shot. So this sniper is most of the time going to be a one shot kill weapon, and that's going to be quite good because when you're playing aggressive you want to be getting those one shot kills, because if you do miss the one shot kills you're going to be having to switch to your secondary or trying to line up for the next shot, but by the time they might have got to cover and then start to shoot you, and then you've got all the suppression, and then it's going to be hard for you to aim back onto your target. Now on the attachments I was using on this weapon, I was using the 8x zoom scope. Now this scope is probably the best when you're playing aggressive. Well, you could in fact even use the lower powered scopes like the 4x or lower than that, but I think the 8x is the best because you can use it at the close ranges like I was, but then also you can go for the longer range kills in case like an enemy gets further away. I was playing team deathmatch, so this didn't really happen, but say you were playing conquest, then if an enemy was running away, then you'll be able to easily take him out. The other attachments I was using was the straight pull bolt. Now the straight pull bolt is actually quite good on this weapon again, because it means that you can easily go back into your next shot. It's not as fast as like the M48 A5, I think it's, yeah, M40 A5, but it is pretty fast, so you can always go for your next shot. It's better than not using it because it means that you can still stay zoomed in and take out your target. Now finally we were using the laser sight. Now the laser sight is actually really good for when you're playing aggressively and stuff. It means that you can just no scope your enemy, and when you do no scope your enemy, it's really accurate in Battlefield, so getting those hits when you're no scoping is quite good. Now the thing with the M98B, which is probably its downfall, is the fact that it only has 6 rounds when you've got 1 in the chamber and then 5 in the actual clip, so rounds when you're actually firing, and that means around 5 to 6 kills, or if you get like a collateral then you could even get more, but most of the time it might be 5. It probably even will be less because you'll miss a few shots, you'll get hit markers, so maybe you'll only get like 2 to 3 kills per clip, and that's quite bad because then you have to reload, and in that time you got to do all the reload animation and stuff, and it is kind of long, not that long, but it is kind of long, so in that time an enemy could take you out, so it's going to be quite dangerous. If you are really accurate, then this weapon would be quite good. I mean, maybe go to cover when you reload. That's probably the best idea when you're using this weapon, or even just switch into your secondary if there are loads of enemies about. For your secondary, you can use the Magnum like I was. The Magnum's really powerful. It's like a one-shot kill to the head at medium range and close range, so that's really good. Also it says like 2 shots to the body. I think it's got the similar kind of damage stats to the M98B. I'm probably wrong on that, but it feels similar, so that's quite good. You could always use a pistol. I think that's really good when you're using like a really high powered rifle like this one. Using like the 93R or the G18, that would they would work really well with this weapon, because it means that if you do get a hit mark you can just pull out and hip fire spray them down, so even if you aren't that accurate, I think one of a 1 bullet hit does a little bit more than 5% damage. Even if it isn't, then you just need 2 hits and you'll take them down definitely, and as you would have got 95%, if you did get a hit marker then you would be able to take them out pretty easily. Now although I'm saying 95% most of the time, if you do hit like their foot or something, or their arm, I think it's a little bit less than 95%, maybe like 85 or 90, but then again using your secondary you can just hip fire and take them out. I was using the Magnum, so it means that wherever I hit them with my M98B, if I get a hit marker I can just whip out my Magnum, one shot and they're down, so that was always good, and I did really enjoy that. That's why I like to use the Magnum. Alternative to using the Magnum is always the Rex. The Rex is actually like a mix between the M9 and the Magnum, so if you want to go for like a middle kind of option, then go for the Rex. I mean, the Rex is always nice. The Rex is actually going to be in Battlefield 4, so we have to try that out. I don't know if it'll play the same as how it does in Battlefield 3, because I felt in Battlefield 3 it did sound not that powerful, and also in the game Modern Warfare 3, again, that it didn't sound that powerful. It felt like you were just like shooting a BB gun or something. It wasn't like a really powerful weapon that you were using, but it does do the damage, so I guess it's alright to use. Anyway, I've been Rahul. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and I guess I'll catch you on the next one.